Nithyananda, a very warm welcome to the Nithyananda yoga class today. Come, please settle down. Sit in a cross-legged position with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. We start the class with invoking Swamiji's presence through the Sadguru Vandanam. So place your hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of the heart and take a deep breath. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Yanamurtim Dvandvatitam Yagana Sadrisham Tattvamashadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satgurum Tam Namami. Yes. Sorry for the technical glitch. After the Sadguru Vandanam, we continue chanting the Shiva Mula Mantra 11 times. Please chant internally along. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. 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 And next is the ritualistic cleansing. Take your Panchapatram and Udarini, a cup with water and spoon. Now place your hand in Gokarna Mudra. That means the index finger bent. And then base your palm up. Take an Udarini of water in your hand and sip it from the base of the hand along with the mantra Svada. Atma Tattvam Shauriyami Svada. And take another Udarini of water. Vidya Tattvam Shauriyami Svada. Take another Udarini of water. Shiva Tattvam Shauriyami Svada. And cleanse the hands. And with the base of the thumb, we're going to wipe over the lips twice from the right to the left along with the mantra Om Hridayaya Namaha. And cleanse the hands. Now with the index finger, middle finger and ring finger, touch your upper lip and lower lip. Cleanse your hands. With the index finger and thumb together, touch your right nostril, left nostril. And with the ring finger and thumb together, touch the right eye, right ear, left ear. And cleanse the hands. And now with the little finger and thumb together, using the base of the hand, touch the navel center, the right chest, left chest, and with all the fingers together, touch the crown of your head, your right shoulder, left shoulder, and heart center. Now clasp your hands together, rest them on the right thigh, And then we're gonna together chant the Sankalpa mantra, making a strong resolution of what we decide to manifest today. Take it.
Om
Mamopata samasta duritakshayadvara Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Sri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Aja Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Vishishtayam Asyam Shubhadito Purana Arogya Yukta Dridagatra Yogiga Sharira Siddhyartham Paramashiva Shakti Avishkaranartham Nityananda Yoga Vyashyam Karishe. Om Apapaprishyat. And cleanse your hand the last time. Now place your Panchapatram somewhere safely on the side where you cannot accidentally tip it over or hurt yourself during the class. All the instructions during the yoga are meant for the educational purposes and the purpose of general well-being. They are not meant for medical treatment or examination or medical advice. So if you have any injury or disease or you have a condition, you are pregnant, for example, then please contact your medical doctor before practicing yoga. And for everybody here joining and online, please at all times listen to the signals of your body, practice within your capacity. And with that, let's start the yoga today. Let's extend our both legs in front of the body. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra. Keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Inhale deeply through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining a rhythmic breath without strain. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. Gaze straight. And internally chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as a steadfast staff seated tall and unshakable upon the earth. Dandasana Trini.
Sukham prasarito pado sunishto bhumi samsthito upavishyan kayam tu dandasanam smritam munibihi.
And in the next asana, come sitting on your knees. Place your hands on your thighs. Elongate your spine. Rest your shoulders away from the ears. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining a rhythmic breath. Keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze at the tip of the nose and symbolize the foundation of your inner strength and rootedness. Visualize energy gathering and stabilizing at your base, anchoring you deeply onto the earth's solid support. Gudasana.
Padayoho pristhake gobhe chobhe vyatyasya bhuvi samsthite gudam madhye tu samsthapya gudasanam iti smritam.
And place your hands on your hips. Keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining a rhythmic breath. Keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze at the tip of the nose and visualize humble strength, steady care, and nurturing guidance. In Gokilasana.
Gochar gopari yaha siddhet gokilasana muchyate.
Now come sitting in Padmasana. Place your feet onto the opposite thighs. Then cross your arms in front of you and grasp the opposite feet with your hands. Keep your eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within in the Shambhavi Mudra. And do in this asana the Prakriti Kumbhaka, sucking the air with the loud va sound and holding it in is known as Prakriti Kumbhaka. And keep the pelvic floor contracted, the gaze straight, and visualize the light of consciousness piercing delusion's heaviness, rising steadily from spine, root to crown. Anavatinayai Asana.
Anavatinayai Eruval Urumpuvet Muttivanam Patarate Vadikatu.
And place the hands in Bindu Mudra on the knees. Bindu Mudra means the index finger and thumb together. Now perform in this asana the Bastrika Kumbhaka. Inhale and exhale forcefully through the nose, keeping the breath strong and even. After several rounds, take a deep inhale and hold the breath with the throat and root locks. Then exhale slowly. You're basically tucking your navel center in towards the spine with every breath. Firmly contract the muscles of the pelvic floor. Gaze at the tip of the nose and visualize yourself seated firmly like a blossomed lotus in Padmasana, rooted yet radiant. In Pranasana 2.
Pranasanam Nama Padmasanam Samasthaya Pranayamam Samabhyaset Deha Vridhi Karam Param.
And now in Padmasana, place your hands up towards the ceiling. Extend your spine. Keep your shoulders away from the ears. Continue the Prakriti Kumbhaka, sucking the air with a loud va sound and holding it. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze straight, and visualize a radiant lotus flower bursting into vibrant flames of transformative energy at your heart center. Jivala Padmasana.
Sapta Padmasana Samagra Vidihi Kamala Jwala Asana Hastocha Udarocha Udyetavyam Purna Chakra Samapte Hasto Pratitya Lalatam Vavat Yavat Niyachet Hasta Yukmam Prishtataha Yojasthanam Dhridhi Kuryat.
And in Padmasana, we come into an inverted posture, laying down on the back and then bringing the body up, the knees pointing towards the ceiling. Use your hands at your back for support. Keep the pelvic floor contracted and gaze at the tip of the nose. Visualize the entire body functioning as one integrated unit. Sarvangasana 2.
Sarvangasana.
And come back in Padmasana. Seated position. Extend your arms all the way out. Now not straight up, but in an angle sidewards. Mula Bandha engaged, gaze straight, and visualize a lively lotus that springs upward with joyful energy, symbolizing dynamic awakening and playful lightness. In Spurita Padmasana.
Utpla Vakama Lasana Padayukmam Uddipya Patanartham Vimodhayet Purna Chakra Samapte Shikra Bepa Kriyam Avartayet Hastayoho Yugmam Prishtataha Vyavastitya Lalatav Adholayati Tathadharayet.
And rest your arms in your lap, the hands together. Perform the Bastrika Kumbhaka. Inhale and exhale forcefully through the nose, keeping the breath strong yet even. Keep the pelvic floor contracted and gaze straight. Visualize yourself as an earth-anchored pillar. Durma Nata Asana.
Dhurmanatha asana.
And rest your hands on your knees, the palms downward. Continue with the Bastrika breathing. Keep the pelvic floor contracted, gaze straight, and visualize a majestic mountain at your core, Mount Meru, the cosmic axis representing spiritual stability and center of the universe. Mutirail Meru Asana.
Mutti rail amardu meru pol nilaitu ul apnie kalchu.
And in Padmasana with your hands on your knees, continue the Bastrika breathing, keeping the pelvic floor contracted and gazing up to the third eye now. Continue internally chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself firmly established like a pillar in a great hall. Shavasana.
Shabhasana.
And with your hands in your lap, seated in a Padmasana position, continue the Bastrika breathing and keep the pelvic floor contracted, gaze straight, and visualize yourself centered and poised in perfect equilibrium, balanced at the midpoint of body and mind. In Madhyasanam.
Agrasanam cha prathamam parashvada asanam api adham madhyasanam tataiva anyat simhasanam api uchyate.
Now come out of Padmasana. Come laying down on your back and place one foot behind your neck. If you're not able to reach all the way behind your neck, then place your knee over your shoulder and see how close you can get, stretching your arms alongside the body. Perform here the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, slightly contracting the throat and drawing the breath slowly in through the nostrils, producing the sound of the ocean. Retain the breath within and then release slowly through the nostrils, preserving the same sound of the ocean. Keep the pelvic floor contracted, gaze upward, and visualize the left leg becoming a cushion that supports the mind, as if the head is resting on a pillow of stability and trust. Upadhasana.
Upadhanasana.
And Upadhanasana on the other side. Switch.
Upadhanasana.
And from Upadhanasana, we come into Yoga Nidrasana Purvanga, which means keeping both feet behind the neck, or reach as close as possible with both your knees behind the shoulders, and stretch out the arms around the hips and place the hands in Parusha Mudra if you can reach the palms and interlace the fingers. Continue making the sound of the ocean with your breath in the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze upwards, and visualize your throat chakra and let the self relax in deep restful rest, peaceful yet fully aware. Yoga Nidrasana Purvanga.
Yoga nidrasanam nama pado shirasi samsthapya hasto cha prishte vatva nidra vastham samacharet.
And now, while laying down on the back, bring your feet all the way up to the ceiling, your arms flat alongside the body. Continue in this asana, Samavriti. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining rhythmic breath without strain. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the pelvic floor contracted, and the Jalandhara Bandha as well. The chin tucked to the chin tucked to the chest.
शवासनस्थो द्वौ पादो भूमौ मस्तकतो नियत्यः कुर्यात् उत्थाय वेगेन धस्थितिः मर्कतं तु तत्.
And come onto a seated position with your legs extended. Place two hands on one side of the body on the ground. Both hands on one side of the body. Both hands on one side. Keep your hands on the floor. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining rhythmic breath without strain. Keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze straight, and visualize yourself as a powerful elephant's trunk, flexible, aware, and purposeful in Gabandhasanam.
कबन्धासनम् इत्याहुः गोरक्षासनम् एव च अङ्गुष्ठमुष्टिकं ज्ञेयं ब्रह्मप्रासादितं तथा.
And the same on the other side. Bring your both hands on the other side on the mat. Lean back slightly, keep your chest lifted and your shoulders away from the ears. Rotate your upper body gently to one side, engaging your core and maintaining balance with your hands above the ground on the side you're twisted towards. Keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining rhythmic breath without strain. Keep the pelvic floor contracted, gaze straight, and visualize yourself as a powerful elephant's trunk. In Gabandhasanam.
कबन्धासनम् इत्याहुः गोरक्षासनमेव च अङ्गुष्ठमुष्टिकं ज्ञेयं ब्रह्म प्रासादितं तथा.
And come laying down on the back with the knees up, the hands at the ankles, and push the hips up towards the ceiling, resting on your shoulders. Performing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, slightly contracting the throat, drawing the breath slowly in through the nostrils, producing the sound of the ocean, and then retain the breath within and release slowly through the nostrils, preserving the same soft sound. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the pelvic floor contracted, the chin towards the chest in Jalandhara Bandha, and gaze upward. Visualize yourself as Lord Shiva, the wise guardian, calm, compassionate, and perfectly balanced. In Buddha Ardharasana.
कक्षयोः पादसन्धिश्च धारणं कात्तित बुधः उदरस्कं धयोश्चैव धारणं वरपादयोः.
Now place the crown of your head onto the floor and cross your arms in front of the chest, making your whole body into an inverted bridge. Samavriti, inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining rhythmic breath without strain, keeping the pelvic floor contracted and gaze upwards. Embody the vital connection between mind and body, linking thoughts seamlessly to actions. In Grivasanam.
रीर आसनं तु विज्ञेनं कक्षासनम् अथ परं ग्रीवासनं च परमं भुजासनम् इह उच्यते.
And lower the back down. Place the hands underneath the shoulders and push yourself up into a bridge pose. Keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining rhythmic breath. Keep the pelvic floor contracted, gaze upwards, and visualize yourself as an open arch of energy, radiating strength and vitality. Chakrasana Chatur.
उत्तानशायिकराङ्गुलिभिः कन्धाभिमुखे भूमौ निबद्धः कटिम् उक्षिप्य देहभारं हस्तपाद च तुष्के निहत्य पूर्णकुम्भकसमये वक्षः प्रस्थं च समुद्धरन् चक्ररूपः स्थिरं तिष्ठेत् मेरुदण्डं Paripurnam.
And lower the body back onto the ground. Keep the knees towards the chest and the feet upwards. Take the feet into your hands and keep laying down on your back. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining rhythmic breath without strain, keeping the pelvic floor contracted. Gaze upward with your knees towards your chest and holding your feet with your hands. Visualize yourself as a brave yogic warrior rising above fear and limitations in Mrityu Banjaka Asana.
प्रथमासेन शुद्धो होयत्थाने पग उच्चाय आगाने आने बहुरपगतलि कोयो राखे कोरवारलि या विधि डाके.
And from this position, stretch your legs all the way over your head, your toes touching the floor. Straighten your arms out along the mat, Perform the Murcha Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose. Lock the chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. Gaze upward and visualize a steady inward turning force, bringing balance and clarity. In Halahasana 2.
पृष्ठा शायिनो हस्तद्वयं कटिसमीपे धृतं निधाय कटिपादौ समुन्नीय सिद्धं भूम्यां नयेच् पादाङ्गुलिः शीर्षोपरि भूमिस्पर्शं कुर्यात् शून्यभावेन हलाकारं स्थित्या वतिष्ठेत्.
And now in the same position, interlace your fingers. Interlace your fingers on the mat. Yes, and stretch them out away from the body. Keep the Murchaka Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose and lock the chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. Gaze upward and visualize yourself as being turning inwards and to offer deep renewal and calm in Halahasana Trini.
हलासनं नाम पृष्ठे शयानः पादौ पृष्ठतः शिरसि स्थापयित्वा हस्तौ पृष्ठे समं पत्वा हलवत् विजृम्भेत्.
And now come into an inverted posture. The feet all the way up towards the ceiling, the hands on the back for support. Murcha Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, lock the chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. Gaze upwards and visualize your inner fire flickering with gentle potential and steady warmth in Jvalasana Purvanga.
सव्यदक्षिणं परिवर्त्य पादाङ्गुलिभिः भूमिस्पर्शां कुर्यात् भूमौ. सव्यदक्षिणं परिवर्त्य पादाङ्गुलिभिः भूमिस्पर्शं कुर्यात् भूमौ अवपात्य ततः कुर्या शक्तिं सञ्चालयेत्.
And from Jivalasana, we move on to the next position. In the same position, you place your soles of your feet together, bend your knees to the sides. And then, if you have your balance with a strong core, you can get your hands in front of you in Namaskara Mudra, in front of your groin, balancing fully on your shoulders. Trishulasana Purvanga.
हस्तमुद्रां व्योम्नि कृत्वा द्विधा स्थितः पादतले नबि मणिबन्धेषु निधाय निपातयेत्.
Now place in the same position your hands on your knees with the Jalandhara Bandha, the chin tucked to the chest and the Mula Bandha engaged. Gaze upwards. Keep internally chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Soles of your feet together, knees stretched out wide, and put your hands on your knees, keeping a strong balance on your shoulders. Visualize clear, focused energy aligned in three distinct directions, strengthening your balance and stability in Trishulasana.
उत्तानशायीकरयुग्मेन पार्श्वद्वयं दृढि कृतः पूर्णकुम्भकवेलायां शिरः स्कन्धो भूम्नि निधाय विस्तार्य जानुपादाङ्गुष्ठो ऊर्ध्वे समालाभ्य योजयेत्. त्रिशूलबन्धेन जान्वो गृह्य लुठित्वा निपातयेत्.
And then bring your palms together again in front of your groin, balancing evenly on your upper shoulder blades, keeping your chest lifted and core engaged as you straighten out your spine as best as you can. Keeping your hands in Anjali Mudra, the chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha, and visualize enhanced focus and balance as your energy becomes more dynamic and precise in Trishulasana Uttaranga.
मुद्रां व्यज्य उरु प्रसार्य पादद्वयं समतोल्य निपातयेत्. श्वास निरोध विसर्गो सप्तवारं समाचरेत्.
And now place the whole body up and straighten it out, the shoulders and hips and ankles in one straight line. And placing your hands stretched out alongside the body, fully balancing on the shoulders. If you can
बाहुधृदो नतो कृत्वा काये मध्ये समं निरुध्यात् बद्ध कुम्भकस्य सप्तविभागोऽयं क्रमः.
And bring the feet all the way over your head, toes touching the floor, the hands behind your head. Murcha Kumbhaka, inhale deeply through the nose and lock the chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze at the tip of the nose, and visualize your energy turning inward with calm control, preparing your body for deeper release and restoration. In Halahasana Dve Purvanga.
मणिबन्धद्वयं कर्णशिखारयोः संयोज्य ऊर्ध्वं प्रेरयित्वा क्रियाशक्तिं सञ्चालयेत्.
And come onto your knees. Have your weight on your knees, your feet stretched out behind you. And then bring your forehead to the ground and your arms around your knees, holding your hands together. The hips are up. The hips are up and your hands are around your thighs, not around your tins. You can place your feet flat on the floor. Your feet flat on the floor, yes. And your hips up. Chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. The Mula Bandha engaged as well. The pelvic floor contracted. Gaze upwards and visualize a deepening flow of energy cleansing your system and calming your mind. In Halahasana Dve Uttaranga.
उभो बाहुजानुपृष्ठं परिकम्य सञ्चिल्य कर्णद्वयं निपीड्य रेचयेत्.
And come lying down on your back. Stretch your body full out. Your toes away from your body and your hands all the way above your head. Sama Vritti, inhale through the nose and exhale evenly. Maintain a rhythmic breath without strain, keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze upward. And continue chanting the Mahavakya internally. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize steady, grounded energy flowing through your spine, strengthening your back and shoulders. In Taraki Mudrasana.
सभाग शीर्ष सर्वार्ग महामुद्रा च तथागी बद्ध कोणं बद्ध पद्मं दण्डं पश्चिमतानकम्.
And bring the knees towards the chest. Hug your arms around your knees. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining rhythmic breath. Keeping the pelvic floor contracted and gaze at the tip of the nose. Visualize pressure, tension, and restlessness being squeezed out of the body in a controlled release. Pavana Muktasana Dve.
Pavanamuktasana.
And keep your knees bended towards the chest. Place your hands in your neck with your elbows onto your chest. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining a rhythmic breath. Pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze upwards and visualize Lord Shiva as the divine force gently stretching and expanding your body. In Uttanasana Dve.
Deham shavatve kritva januni samyute nabho aniya bahu grivam vishtya andolanam uttanasanamidam.
And now from a seated position on your knees, sit in between your feet on the ground and move backwards. Come laying down all the way on your back if you can. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly. Maintain rhythmic breath without strain. If this puts a lot of strain on your knees, then be gentle. Don't overstretch. You can lean on your shoulders as well, keeping your head back. Keep the pelvic floor contracted, gaze upwards, and visualize yourself as a turtle embodying steady protection and peaceful retreat. Kurmasana Pancha.
जानुकटिपृष्ठं भूमौ निखिलं स्थाप्य अङ्गुष्ठपादाङ्गुष्ठ चतुष्टयं संयोजयेत् हासचिनेन कुम्भकस्य अर्धभागेन वक्षः प्रोत्थाप्य शिरो भूमौ नमयेत् पूर्णार्ध कुम्भकेन कुर्मवत् आकृतं धारयेत्.
And in the same posture, bring now your hands towards your hips and facilitate pushing your hips towards the ceiling, supported by your hands. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining rhythmic breath, keeping your hands here supported, yes, and your hips off the ground. Mula Bandha, keep the pelvic floor contracted, gaze straight, and visualize yourself as a turtle embodying steady protection and peaceful retreat in Kurmasana Pancha Purvanga.
हस्तद्वयं भूतले निधाय पार्श्वकायं प्रेरयेत् ललाटं धृतं भूमौ नमयित्वा शक्तिं सञ्चालयेत्.
And now place your arms overhead on the mat. If you can, reach with your hands your feet. Otherwise, see where you are placing your hips towards the ceiling. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining rhythmic breath without strain, keeping the pelvic floor contracted and the gaze straight. And visualize yourself as an open arch of energy, radiating strength and vitality in Chakra Uttaranga.
उष्ट्रव्यायामे करपादयुगलं संयोज्य कूर्चद्वयं भूमौ निहत्य मूर्धानं गुल्फयोर्नयेत् पूर्णश्वासकालस्थितः प्रसारितं श्वासं विसृजेत् सप्तवारं कुर्वन् स्वच्छन्दः स्थिरो भवेत्.
And the next posture is a variation of this for those who are very flexible. Place your crown in between your feet and make your hips come up towards the ceiling, stretching the hands out to touch your thighs. So as you just had your arms overhead, yes, in that way, and then see how much close you can get your hands while placing your hips up off the floor, the pelvic floor contracted, the gaze straight, and visualize yourself as a turtle embodying steady protection and peaceful retreat in Kurmasana Pancha Uttaranga.
जानुधृत्वा शिरो निभसि निधाय पृष्ठं प्रसार्य प्रेरयेत् बद्ध कुम्भकस्य सप्त भेदः एष क्रमः.
And layer the body down, come sitting on your knees. And in the next asana, come on your knees, tuck your toes under, place your hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of the heart. Samavriti. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining a rhythmic breath. Keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze straight, and visualize your mind and body completely healed of any disease or ailments in the body. Imanjanikasanaha.
भुवि स्थित्वा तु जानुभ्यां तावन् मात्रेण योगिना हृदि हस्तपुतं कार्यां ज्ञेयं मञ्ज निकासनम्.
And in the next asana, from this position, we come bending forward, placing the forehead on the ground, stretching the fingers out behind us, fingers interlaced. And the fingers, if you can, take them over your hips. Samavriti, inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining rhythmic breath without strain. You can also show it from the side so that people can see how the asana is performed. Yes. And then have your hands, fingers interlaced over your yes, there. Jalandhara Bandha, the chin tucked to the chest. Mula Bandha engaged, the pelvic floor contracted, gaze at the tip of the nose, and visualize the qualities of a rabbit, lightness, alertness, and agility in Shashangasana.
शशाङ्गासनं नाम मस्तकं जानुमध्यकं कृत्वा पाणिभ्यां पादग्रहणं कृत्वा पृष्ठं वक्रीकुर्यात्.
And for the next asana, come laying down on the belly, stretch out the legs, the arms alongside the body, the hands side of your hip, and then use your lower back muscles to bring your shoulders and head up off the ground. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, make the sound of the ocean, slightly contracting the throat and draw the breath slowly in through the nostrils. And then retain the breath within and release slowly through the nostrils again. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze upwards and visualize a divine figure mounted on their sacred vehicle. Yanasana.
यानासन योतारी लागे पश्चिमालोको पसरे करे पगजुगल स्थिरी धरे तुंतना परतिनाथ धार धररा पश्चिम नानना.
And laying down on your belly, bend your knees, bring your feet towards the buttocks, grasp them with your hands. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, making the sound of the ocean with your breath, keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze downwards, and visualize yourself in deep surrender, offering a heartfelt prostration to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. In Yubjasana 2.
ततः अधश्च अधः शयानं शृङ्गयोः परिसर्पयन् करकृच्छ्रभ्यां पादान्गुष्ठं गृह्य भ्राजयेत् न्युब्जासनं भवति.
And maintain the same posture. We do a slight variation with closing the mouth and subtly move the tongue root, savoring inner nectar in Manduki Mudra. Maintaining the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, making the sound of the ocean with your breath, gazing straight in front of you and visualize grounded stability, combining with patience, like a frog patiently waiting for the right moment. In Manduka Hasana 2.
हस्तान्गुष्ठ पादान्गुष्ठं यथाविधि संयोज्य हाकारवेगेन रेच्य स्पिद्य पृष्ठं व्यज्येत् उभौ पादौ पार्श्वयोर्भूम्नि निक्षिप्य धृतम् अर्धकुम्भसमये ये मण्डूकरूपं तिष्ठेत्.
And now, holding on to your feet, stretch them out and make your whole body into a bow position. With a firm grip, lift your feet upwards and pull the toes towards the back of your head as you rise your chest off the ground. Hold yourself steady in this position and gaze towards the ground in front of you. Continue the Mandiki Mudra. Close the mouth and subtly move the tongue root, savoring inner nectar. While performing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, making the sound of the ocean with your breath, and keeping the pelvic floor contracted, visualize a growing dynamic energy rising within you, balancing gentle intensity with focused control. In Mandukahasana Purvanga.
उरुभेदेन पादान् गुष्ठो हस्तयुग्मेन गृहीत्वा कक्षौ परिनेतव्यो समृत्य व्यायामं समाचरेत्.
And in the next asana, Mandukahasana Uttaranga, we bring the feet all the way over the head. And if you are that flexible in your back bends, then place your feet next to your head on the floor. See wherever you are and how you can bring your body close to the position. If you're not reaching all the way, bring the upper body, bring the body up. Place the hands flat on the mat.
पादद्वयं स्कन्धयोः धृतं निधाय हस्तयुग्मं संनिपत्य हनुं तत्रैव निहन्यात् संकुच्य कुम्भकम्.
And lower your body slowly down on the mat again. Getting ready for the next posture. Comes laying down on the side. Supporting your head in your palm. Leaning on your elbow. And take your knees up to your chest. One arm around your knees. Laying in this posture, relax, performing the sound of the ocean with your breath in the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze straight, and visualize yourself gently spreading out from a tightly held center like tension slowly unfurling into space. Samstarakasana.
Samstarakasana.
And now we do the same asana on the other side. Samstarakasana Parshvantare.
Samstarakasana.
And now stretch out the legs all the way. In the same position, keep laying down on your side. Supporting, lean on your elbow, support your head with your hand, and place your hand on your hip, stretching out the legs all the way. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, making the sound of the ocean with your breath. Keep your pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. Gaze towards the side and keep internally chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize the serene, radiant form of Parameshti, the supreme feminine principle embodying peace and cosmic energy. In Dakshinasana 2.
Dakshina Parshve Supte Samachana Sharirangani Mukham Dakshina Hastena Dharyam Udhyamya Sanniveshya cha Vama Hastaha Vama Janghe Sthapyam Sthiram Sada Tishtet Parameshtino Shambhicham Ucharitva Vantyate Shraddhaya.
And then we come onto the belly. Place your hands below your chest and lift your legs up off the ground. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, making the sound of the ocean with your breath. Keep the pelvic floor contracted. Gaze downwards. Have the hands underneath the chest. On the floor. No, on the floor like this. Yes. And then don't push your upper body up. Just lay down relaxed on your belly, your head off the ground, and then push your feet all the way up. Mula Bandha engaged, the pelvic floor contracted, gaze downwards, and visualize yourself as a cobra and manifest alert stillness and forced power. In Bhujangasana 2.
योगजैन हस्तलिखितपुस्तकस्य प्रथपत्रे अष्टादशचित्रे भुजङ्गासनं प्रकाशितम्.
And come laying down flat on the belly. Now place your hands underneath your body. Just relax your feet down. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, making slightly contracting the throat and drawing the breath slowly in through the nostrils. Producing the sound of the ocean. Retain the breath within and then release through the nostrils slowly. Keeping the pelvic floor contracted. Gaze straight downward. Visualize a moth or flying insect resting on the ground, still weighted and completely at ease, yet ready at any moment to rise when the wind arrives. In Pachangasana.
Patangasana.
And now tuck your knees in, come on your knees, and then from the seated position, come bending forward from the hips, placing your forehead to the ground, stretching your hands in front of you on the mat. Continue the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, making the sound of the ocean with your breath. Pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze down, and visualize yourself as a serene resting camel. Ustrasana Trini Purvanga.
पादद्वयत्तलनितम्भो धृत्वा करोत्तलोपरि करतलं युक्तं लिङ्गाग्रे तवा मुष्टिद्वये मस्तकं वा कृत्वोष्ट्रस्य स्थितिस्थत् आसनं नादं शृणुयात्.
And come sitting. Place your feet flat on the ground, the knees up, and place your hands flat on the top of your knees. The Shakti Chalana Mudra, awaken the base energy with steady intent, drawing prana upwards through the spine. Keep your pelvic floor contracted, gaze straight, continue internally chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Feel energy driven downward and inward, striking the base like a bellows feeding flame. Dhammaka Asana.
Dhamaka asana.
And now cross the arms in front of your knees. Keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Tuck the chin towards the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the pelvic floor contracted, and gaze at the tip of the nose. Visualize motion gathering inward instead of dispersing outward. The mind notices impulse without following it. Chala Asana.
Chala asana.
And now in this position with the knees up, place your fingers on your ears, closing them for all the sound. Keep the heels flat on the ground. Partially close the nose while performing inhalation and exhalation. You can do this with the mind and keep your index fingers at your ears. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged. the pelvic floor contracted. Tuck the chin towards the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha and gaze downward, visualizing all sounds dissolving as the word steps back gently in Kalanga Asana.
Kalanga Asana.
And now place your hands underneath your knees, crossing your crossing your arms there, keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. Gaze at the tip of the nose and visualize scattered effort drying inward, settling at your core in Brahmanda Asana.
Brahmanda. Brahmananda Asana.
And in the same position, with the arms underneath the thighs, interlace the fingers in front of the belly in Parusha Mudra and raise the heels up off the ground, balancing on your sitting bones. Keep your chest upright and gaze forward. Visualize emotion folding inward, not as a burden, but as a weight held securely in Vilapa Asana.
Vilapa Asana.
Bring your feet back onto the ground, your knees up, and interlace your fingers on one side of the body. Keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Gaze straight and visualize heat building quietly at the body center, contained and unwavering, in Dhumaka Asana.
Dhomaka Asana.
And now Dhumaka Asana, Parshvantare, on the other side. Bring your hands on the other side while keeping the soles of the feet on the ground and the knees up in Dhumaka Asana.
Dhomaka Asana.
And now keeping your knees up, feet on the ground, placing both hands on your respective knees. Keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze at the tip of the nose, and visualize yourself seated upon a radiant platform of golden light, steady and luminous, in Pitasana Dve.
Asanasthena Pado To Nyasyato Bhutale Samo Janu Haye Hastatalam Kritva Pitasanam Bhavet.
And now come sitting on your toes with your knees forward, just raised off the ground. Keep your sitting bones at the back of your heels and wrap your arms around from the inside out around your back with the palms facing outwards. Bring your forehead down towards the ground. Keep your spine long and breath steady for stability. The Jalandhara Bandha, the chin tucked to the chest. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged as well, the pelvic floor contracted, gaze downwards, and visualize yourself as raw metal in refining fire. Kanaka Asana.
Kanake Asana.
And come back seated on your sitting bones with your knees up. Cross the arms in front of the knees. Hold the opposite arms. Keep the heels flat on the ground and pull your chest to the knees as you gaze at the tip of your nose. Visualize yourself as a humble craftsman, hands roughened by honest toil, in Charma Goshvasi Asana.
Charma Goshwasi Asana.
And now in the same position, bring your feet out wide off the ground. Allow them to flare out to the sides, wider than the shoulder width, while keeping the knees firmly together. Engage your core and maintain steady breath as you hold the balance and hold this posture without control and stability. Mula Bandha engaged, the pelvic floor contracted, gaze at the tip of the nose, and visualize long-standing knots, emotional, mental, and habitual, loosening from the inside, not forced but clearly understood. Granthi Harasana.
Granthi Harasana.
And bring the feet onto the floor again. Twist your upper body to one side and clasp your hands behind your back. Straighten your arms and lift your chest as you draw your shoulder blades together. Keep your sitting bones grounded and spine tall as you twist your neck and gaze over the opened shoulder. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the pelvic floor contracted. Gaze to the side and visualize yourself as the sleek, sharp, curved knife, elegant and purposeful, in Vakrakshurasana Purvanga.
Abhyase Purakye Dakshina Kaksha Vamajano Nitaram Nyasyet Veshtana Koshala Yuktaha Pindam Vamabhi Mukam Paravartayet.
Now place one knee on the ground, the foot in front of the perineum, and place your other foot over the knee. Now maintain a sideward twist with the body towards the upright knee, and twist your arms around your back. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze straight, and visualize yourself as a radiant curved knife gleaming with fierce compassion and divine power. Vakrakshurasana.
Vamam Padam Akunchya Dakshino Ruparisthapaye Dakshina Bhujena Janum Purastat Prishthato Veshtayet Vama Hastena Vashtanam Manibandhe Dhridam Grihitva Vama Bhimukam Gatram Kutila Kritpana Danda Iva Paravartayet.
And in the same position, rotate your torso a little bit more to the left, using this bind to deepen the twist. You have your armpit over the knee, bending your arms backwards, crossing them behind your back. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. Gaze towards the side and visualize yourself wielding a curved knife with increasing skill and grace, its crescent blade slicing through layers of illusion, pride, and distraction. Vakrakshura Sura Uttaranga.
Dakshinam Padam Akunchya Vamoru Paristhapaye Dakshina Kakshaya Vamabjanum Dhridam Samavri Nuyat Veshtanabhya Sayogena Gatram Vamabhi Mukham Nayet Etan Mulam Shwasani Rodha Visarga Prakrityayaha.
And come out of the twist. Now place your foot on the opposite thigh, keeping your knee up and bringing the other knee down to the ground. Keep your hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of the heart. Visualize long held knots in the body and mind loosening one by one, as if tangled cords are being patiently worked free rather than forced apart. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, gaze straight in Marajidasana.
Marajidasana.
And in the next asana, bring your foot onto your armpit. The other knee stays on upright, the foot flat on the ground, and stretch out your hand over your knee in Bindu Mudra, the index finger and thumb together, while holding the other with your foot into your armpit or as close as you can reach. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze to the side, and visualize your armpit as the sacred hidden chamber within your body, a warm vital space where the divine presence, Paramatman, is concealed beneath the ordinary. Kakshasanam.
रीर आसनं तु विज्ञेयं कक्षासनम् अथ परं ग्रीवासनं च परमं भुजासनम् इह उच्यते.
And now we do the asanas on the other side. We start with the both knees up and twisting now the other side, the upper body, and then bringing your arms around your knees, clasping your hands at the back if you can reach all the way, or stay wherever you are. Don't overstretch. Just practice it authentically. Keep the pelvic floor contracted, gaze towards the side, and visualize yourself as the sleek, sharp, curved knife, elegant and purposeful, in Vakrak Shurasana Purvanga.
अभ्यासे चोपुराख्ये दक्षिणकक्षा वामजानो नितरां न्यस्येत् वेष्टन कौशलयुक्तः पीडं वामाभिमुखं परावर्तयेत्.
And stretch a little bit more into the sideward twist, looking over the shoulder. Visualizing yourself as a radiant curved knife gleaming with fierce compassion and divine power in Vakrak Shurasana.
वामं पादम् आकुञ्च्य दक्षिणोरुपरि स्थापयेत् दक्षिणभुजेन जानुं पुरस्तात् पृष्ठतो वेष्टयेत् वामहस्तेन वेष्टनं मणिबन्धे धृतं गृहीत्वा वामाभिमुखं गात्रं कुटिलकृत्पानदण्ड इव परावर्तयेत्.
And place one knee on the ground and the other foot over the knee. Now bend towards the knee with the armpit over the knee in a sideward twist with the upper body, clasping your hands behind the back. In Vakrak Shurasana Uttaranga.
दक्षिणं पादम् आकुञ्च्य वामोरुपरि स्थापयेत् दक्षिणकक्षया वामजानुं धृतं समावृणुयात् वेष्टनाभ्यासयोगेन गात्रं वामाभिमुखं नयेत् एतन्मूलं श्वासनिरोध विसर्ग प्रक्रियायाः.
And keep one knee up, place the other foot on the opposite thigh, and let the knee come down. Place your hands in Namaskara Mudra, arm around the knee. Mula Bandha engaged, the pelvic floor contracted, gaze straight. Keep internally chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And visualize you have conquered death itself in Mariji Dhanasana.
Maradidasana.
And bring your foot onto your armpit. If you can reach all the way, just keep it there and let your hand come down. If you cannot reach it all the way, then bring it behind your elbow, for example, and have your other hand stretched out in Bindu Mudra over the knee. Visualizing your armpit as a sacred hidden chamber within the body, a warm vital space where the divine presence is concealed beneath the ordinary. Kakshasanam.
Rira asanam tu vigneyam kakshasanamita param. Grivasanam cha paramam bhujasanam ita iha uchate.
And now in seated position, bring your soles of your feet together in front of the body. Pull the heels towards the perineum and upwards. And rotate the balls of your feet and toes onto the ground. Keep the knees wide and on the ground and cross your hands in front of you, holding the opposite heels. Keep your spine elongated, gaze up towards the third eye. Keep your shoulders away from the ears, pelvic floor contracted, and visualize Sage Goraksha as a radiant beacon of wisdom and spiritual power in Gorakshasana Trini.
कबं धासनम् इत्याहुः गोरक्षासनमेव च अङ्गुष्ठमुष्टिकं ज्ञेयं ब्रह्म प्रासादितं तथा.
And now extend your legs. Bring your hand towards your nose and seal the nostrils one side at a time with your thumb and ring finger for the Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Inhale left, exhale right, inhale right, and exhale left. And maintain this as a smooth breath flow. See two subtle streams of breath flowing along either side of the spine, alternating in dominance yet equal in strength in the Nadi Shodhana Kumbhaka. Chanderi Asana.
Chanderiyasana.
And now for the next asana, come sitting on your knees. Bring your feet up towards the buttocks and balance on your knees while holding your hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of the heart. Pratyahara Kumbhaka, inhale deeply and hold your breath while withdrawing the senses, keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze straight, and visualize the hip joints as strong, well-oiled hinges, stable yet capable of smooth, controlled movement in any direction. Uru Parvasana.
Uruparvasana.
And the next asana is a variation on the same, balancing on the knees with your spine tall and your core gently engaged. Rotate each knee inward, drawing the sole of each foot up toward the inner groin, so the outside edges of the feet press against the upper thighs. Keep your weight centered through the knees as you stabilize the posture and bring your hands together in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. Maintain steady breath and focused awareness as you balance in this intense knee flexibility posture. Visualize your foundation narrowing without losing balance, as if strength is being refined rather than spread wide. Dvipada Parshvasana.
Dvipada Parshvasana.
And another variation is also an intense knee asana, where we start seated on the knees and pull one foot back into the armpit of the respective arm. Repeat with the opposite leg in its armpit and squeeze the feet to the sides of your body with your arms. Keep your chest upright and your spine elongated and visualize movement turning inward, body asking a wordless question. Breath draws awareness to the chest center and up between the brows. In Vichara Natasana.
Vicharanatha asana.
And let the feet come down, come onto a seated position and bring your feet onto the opposite thighs in Padmasana. Take the opposite arms into your hands, crossing your arms in front of the chest. Perform the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, holding the breath while withdrawing the senses, bringing your attention inwards as you hold as long as comfortable. And exhale slowly and repeat, keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze at the tip of the nose, and visualize seated at the unmoving center of intersecting currents in Achali Asana.
Achali asana.
And then bring the hands in Bindu Mudra on the knees, the index and thumbs together. Keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Perform the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply and hold your breath while withdrawing the senses. Bring your attention inwards as you hold as long as comfortable and exhale slowly and repeat. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze at the tip of the nose, and visualize yourself settled in unwavering stability, deeply supported by the steady presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. In Dridasana.
दक्षपादं च वामो रुमुले विन्यस्य तत्पदं दक्षो रुमूलपीठार्थं कल्पयेत् सुदृढासनम्.
And being seated in Padmasana, slide your hands beneath the respective thighs with the palms flat on the ground, allowing the thighs to rest on the back of your hands. Keep your chest open and breath steady as you hold the posture with stability and calm focus. Continue inhaling deeply, holding the breath while withdrawing the senses, bringing your attention inwards as you hold as long as comfortable. In the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself established in completion as if nothing more needs to be fixed, proven, or attained. Siddhasana Pancha.
सिद्धासन पञ्च.
And take your hands from underneath your thighs and place them on your respective knees, palms pointing downwards. Prakriti Kumbhaka, sucking the air with a loud va sound and holding it while keeping the abdomen drawn inward toward the spine. In the Uddiyana Bandha and the Mula Bandha engaged, the pelvic floor contracted. Gaze at the tip of the nose and visualize a timeless pause where breath is held suspended in serene balance. Vayu Dharanasana.
वायुधारणासनं नाम पद्मासनस्थः प्राणम् अधोनयन् अपानम् ऊर्ध्वं कृत्वा वायुं धारयन् तिष्ठेत्.
And in Padmasana, with the hands on the knees, bring the chin towards the chest in Jalandhara Bandha, keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. Sucking the air in with a loud sound and holding it is known as Prakriti Kumbhaka. Gaze at the tip of the nose and visualize a protective gateway at your throat, sealing luminous energy guarding the spiritual center. In Nyukjasana.
उभयपार्नियुग्मम् उभयपार्नियुगं जान्वोर् आधाय कटिपृष्ठे समे कृत्वा हस्तेन नाभिमुत्थाप्य दुत्तन्या बलेन गुरुदर्शितेन इदा पिङ्गले बध्नीयात् यावत् ग्रन्थिद्वयं स्थिरं पतति तदा नानासुखानि यत्र तत् नो कर्मोपयुक्तमिति.
And cross the arms behind the back. Take the opposite toes in Prana Mudra. If you can reach, take both of your toes in this position. If you cannot reach all the way, don't worry. Just take one toe into your index finger and middle finger, or reach as close as you can. Visualize two lotus flowers whose stems intertwine gracefully, representing your Kundalini Shakti twisting and rising up the spine. Inhale and visualize the prana vrayu being inside and outside of the body in the Santa Kumbhaka. Gaze at the tip of the nose in Samyukta Padmasana.
पद्मा संयोगासन हस्तयोर्भ्यां समुधां पद्मं योजयेत् पृष्ठतः आवृणुष्ठथा क्षीराहं सम्यक् अधोलयेत्. पूर्णचक्र प्राणसंकोचम् पार्श्वतः कर्षेत् हस्तयुग्मं पृष्ठतः प्रसारित्य ललाटम् अधोलयेत्.
And bring your hands on the floor next to your hips. Stay in Padmasana and now bring your whole body up, balancing on your hands. While performing the Kevala Kumbhaka, allow the breath to pass naturally. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze straight. Continue chanting the Mahavakya internally and visualize yourself as a lotus flower emerging from muddy waters, pristine and radiant above the surface. Uttita Padmasana.
पद्मासनस्थः करतलाभ्यां भूमिं समालम्ब्य उत्थाप्य शरीरमूर्ध्वम् उत्थित पद्मासनं विदुः.
And now place the hands in between the calves and the thighs. Balance the body onto the hands. Spread the fingers out for balance. Allow the breath to pass naturally. Observe without force. Maintain relaxed awareness. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha and gaze straight. Visualize a suspended lotus floating above worldly attachments, pure and elevated, a symbol of spiritual transcendence. Latita Padmasana.
उद्दिक्तकमलासन हस्तयोः गुहे स्थाप्य पदयुग्मम् उक्षिप्य च पूर्णचक्रक्षमाप्ते संरोध्य स्थिरं धारयेत् अधो प्राणम् आकर्ष्य ततः वेपक्रियामुपेत्य हस्तयोः पृष्ठतः प्रसारित्य ललाटम् अधोलयेत्.
And lower the body down onto the mat. Stay seated in Padmasana. Place again the arms next to the body on the outside of the hips. Stay seated. Stay seated. Place the hands next to the hips on the mat and make your hands into fist. Leaning on the fist, bringing your body up, balancing up off the ground. Allow the breath to pass naturally, keeping the pelvic floor contracted for balance. Keep it gazing at the tip of the nose and visualize a lotus gently swinging back and forth, balanced yet in rhythmic motion, about to blossom and come to life in Kampita Padmasana.
कम्पनकमलासन हस्तपृष्ठे मुष्टितापनं कुर्वित पदयुग्मम् उक्षिप्य च पूर्णार्धचक्रसमाप्ते संकोचं धारयेत् सप्तवारं कम्पनं कुर्वित पूर्ववत् वेपक्रियामुपेत्य कुर्वित.
And bring your arms in beneath the calves and thighs, balancing the body onto your hands. Allow your breath to pass naturally. Observe without forcing and maintain relaxed awareness. Visualize yourself as a proud, alert rooster, standing strong and unwavering with mental readiness. Kukutasana Trini.
उरुमूलद्वयं विद्यग्रानाग्रे स्थापयेदृशो कुकुटासनमेतद्वै मनसः स्थैर्यकारणम् उरुमूलद्वयस्थाप्य पादयुग्मं निधाय च.
And in the next asana is a variation on the same. Keep your hands between your thighs and calves. Bring your body lifted up, balancing on your hands. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the pelvic floor contracted, and take the chin towards the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. Gaze downward, allow your breath to pass naturally, and visualize yourself lifting greenly from the ground. Jalandhara Asana.
जालन्धर आसन.
And now in the next posture, remain seated in Padmasana. Bring your hands in front of the body on the mat. Bring yourself up on your knees. And then bring your knees up onto the arms and balance against your arms with your knees. Kevala Kumbhaka, allow the breath to pass naturally, embody the proud rooster's qualities, confident, vigilant, and bold in spirit. In Bandha Chuli Kukutasana.
पञ्चचूलीकुकुतं च एकपादकुकुतम् आकारितं बन्धचूली पार्श्वकुकुतमेव च.
And in the next asana, we do a similar position where we balance with the legs in Padmasana onto the arms on the floor, palms grounded in front of you. Bring the body first up onto the knees and then balancing on the upper arms if you can. Open the mouth wide and subtly draw the prana inward, feeling energy rising like a serpent. Visualize a coiled serpent resting at the base of your spine, embodying the dormant power of Kundalini energy in Padma Sarpasana.
पद्मासर्पासनं हस्तयोः भूमौ स्थापयेत् उरुनि कुक्षाः मध्ये आनीय भुजो विस्तीर्णो धृतो कुर्यात् उरुनि अधस्तान् आकर्ष्य उरुषयाम् उदरं स्थापयेत् पूर्णचक्रक्षमाप्ते शून्यता धारयेत् तथा हस्तयुग्मं पृष्ठतः आलम्ब्य ललाटम् अधोलयेत्.
And now a challenging asana, also balancing. The legs are in Padmasana. Inhale and press your hands down on the ground in front of you, lifting your hips off the floor and bringing your knees all the way up, resting them on the back of your straightened arms. But now with both legs twisted to one side, leaning on one arm. From here, rotate the knees to the right thigh and rest on the left arm alone. Gazing towards the ground in front of you, maintaining your balance onto your hands and weight onto the left hand. Allow the breath to pass naturally. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze downwards, and visualize a rooster standing alert on one leg, body turned to the side with a vigilant gaze. Parshva Kukutasana.
पञ्चचूलीकुकुतं च एकपादकुकुतम् आकारितं बन्धचूली पार्श्वकुकुतमेव च.
And we do the same asana on the other side. Balancing now on the right arm with your legs in Padmasana, visualizing a rooster standing alert on one leg, body turned to the side with a vigilant gaze. Parshvakukutasana.
पञ्चचूलीकुकुतं च एकपादकुकुतम् आकारितं बन्धचूली पार्श्वकुकुतमेव च.
And now come sitting in Padmasana on your knees. Your hands in front of you on the mat. And then lower your hips down forwards, coming into a stretch for the back, arching the back. Visualize yourself seated with the fierce, majestic presence of a lion, radiating courage, authority, and regal confidence. Keeping the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze upward in Simhasana Chatvari.
अग्रासनं च प्रथमं परश्वाद आसनम् अपि अधं मध्यासनं तथैव अन्यत् सिंहासनम् अपि उच्यते.
And now bring yourself onto your belly. Stay in Padmasana and bring yourself resting onto your belly. And then bring your fingers in Namaskara Mudra behind your back. Bhujangani Mudra. Open the mouth wide and subtly draw the prana inward, feeling energy rise like a serpent. Allow the breath to pass naturally and gaze up to the third eye. Visualize a graceful snake coiling around a radiant lotus, transformation meeting purity. In Padma, Sarpasana Purvanga.
पद्मा सर्पासनं हस्तयोः भूमौ स्थापयेत् उरुणि कुक्ष्याः मध्ये आनीय भुजो विस्तीर्णो धृतो कुर्यात् उरुणि अधस्थान् आकर्ष्य उरुषयाम् उदरं स्थापयेत् पूर्णचक्रसमाप्ते शून्यता धारयेत् तथा हस्तयुग्मं पृष्ठतः आलम्ब्य ललाटम् अधोलयेत्.
And come laying down on your back with your legs in Padmasana. And lean down on your elbows, keeping your legs off the ground and your shoulders and head off the ground, balancing on the hips and elbows. Kevala Kumbhaka, allow the breath to pass naturally. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, gaze straight in front of you and visualize yourself as a perfectly balanced scale, evenly poised between opposite energies. Tolangulasana.
तोलाङ्गूलासनं नाम पाणिभ्यां पादयोर्गृहीत्वा उत्थाप्य शरीरं समं तोलयेत् अङ्गुलीवत् तुलाम्.
And now bring your knees in Padmasana onto the ground and lower your back down. Come lying down on your back. Stay in Padmasana and take your toes into Prana Mudra. The index and middle finger around your big toes. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. Gaze upwards. Keep internally chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize a lotus arching upward, petals opening, strong and resilient in Vakra Padmasana.
अर्चितकमलासनपादप्रान्तयोः ग्रहणं कुर्वित पृष्ठाभ्याम् आवकुर्वित शिरोललाटे प्रति नियच्छेत् पूर्णचक्रक्षमाप्ते स्थिरीकृत्य धारयेत् पृष्ठ शयने सुप्तः हस्तयोः पार्श्वतः विष्टारयेत्.
And maintain in Padmasana. Bring your arms over your head, taking one opposite wrist in your hand. Bring your legs down, rest them on the floor. Yes. Kevala Kumbhaka, allow the breath to pass naturally. Keep the pelvic floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. Gaze upwards and visualize an X suspended in space, slicing through obstacles beside your body. Parashvadasana.
अग्रासनं च प्रथमं परश्वाद आसनम् अपि अधं मध्यासनं तथैव अन्यत् सिंहासनम् अपि उच्यते.
And now we do the same on the other side. Take your other wrist into your hand. In Parashvadasana.
अग्रासनं च प्रथमं परश्वाद आसनम् अपि अधं मध्यासनं तथैव अन्यत् सिंहासनम् अपि उच्यते.
Wonderful. Then for the next asana, Stretch your legs all the way out, your arms alongside the body, the palms pointing upwards. We have come to the last asana of today's sequence. Perform the Shakti Chalana Mudra. Awaken the base energy with steady intent, drawing the prana upward through the spine. Visualize your body lying in the cremation ground, embraced by sacred flames. See your bones transforming into diamond dust, rising on the wind and scattering into starlight. Contemplate profound dissolution, radiant release, and the eternal cycle of transformation flowing within you. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. In Shmasha Navasana.
शम शमशानावासमासाध्य देहं ध्यायेत् प्रज्वलितम्.
And slowly wiggle your toes and your fingers. Rotate your wrists and ankles. Bring one by one your knees towards the chest. Hug your arms around your knees and rock from side to side over your spine, massaging your back. And coming into a seated position again. We have completed not only 100 asanas today in the sequence, but we also have completed now the 1008 asanas over 10 days. So give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us in the Nithyananda Yoga online. Please put your feedback, your questions, your comments in the comments underneath the live stream so that we can get in touch with you and know how you are experiencing practicing the online Nithyananda Yoga with us. You are very much welcome to later today join into the live satsang, where Swamiji will be sharing powerful cognitions, new revelations from KAILASA, giving initiation and darshan. So don't miss this. For today, let's end with a session and place our hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of the heart, keeping our head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Take a deep breath, then we chant the Purna mantra together. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Parukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Let us take a moment to express our gratitude, bowing down to Swamiji. And then we wish you a very nice day today and see you tomorrow for another session of Nithyananda Yoga, starting all over with the start of the 1008 asanas. Love to see you then or later today in the satsang. Nithyanandam.